Morning, guys. I just wanted to go over the science lessons for this week. So if you look at the calendar, you'll see again, just here are the morning meeting links and then the office hours. And remember, come to these office hours if you need any help or have any questions. I'm there every single day, Monday through Friday, 11 to 12. So if you scroll down, you'll see that for science this week, you are working on Module 2, Lesson 2, and there is a lesson, there's a quiz, and then there's a gizmo. And if you scroll down, you should be in Module 2, and this is the lesson, and I'm going to go ahead and click on this first. So Lesson 2, Mass, Volume, and Density. When you open this up, one of the first things that you'll see are your objectives. So you want to find the volume, mass, and density. 2, you want to be able to explain the relationship between mass, volume, and density. And what I recommend is that when you have this lesson open, that you also have a notebook and you write down the key words. So the key words are mass, volume, and density, and we're going to record those definitions. The next thing you'll see is that materials needed. Most of these you probably have at your house. If you don't, it's okay. So like the triple beam balance, most people don't have a triple beam balance. You might have another scale and that's okay. If you don't, it's also okay, and I'll show you why. So if you click on the next page, what it wants you to do is compare the relationship between mass, volume, and density using cotton balls and rice. And this is the only part where you'd actually need the scale, and it wants you to figure out which one has a larger mass. So you would have to weigh both of these on the scale and see what the mass is. Now, if you don't have a scale, you can just put in this answer box which one you think is going to have a larger mass, and then which one has a larger volume, which one has a larger density. So, like I said, if you don't have a scale, it's okay. And then, so on the next page, this just goes over, this is where you would write down the definition for mass, volume, and density. Okay, I'm going to click on next activity. Now, this is the quiz, and you have multiple attempts on this. So if you do it the first time and you get like a 50%, if you click view grade details, and then you click on questions, you'll be able to see what you got right and what you got wrong. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the lab. Here are the directions for the gizmo. So for this activity, you will go to Gizmo, and I linked it here, and I also linked it here, and you will need to sign in or create an account. Now, if you have an account from last year, you can still use that. That's fine, because you're going to join my class. So you'll have, if you already have an account from last year, you'll still have your stuff from 5th grade, but then you'll also have my class, and you'll just want to make sure that when you sign in, you click on my class and not last year's teacher. So if you don't remember your login information or you've never used it, you can just create a new account, and you can make your username your West Claremont email, and your password can be 21 and your student ID. Then to join my class, this goes by last name. So if your last name starts with A through D, you will use this code right here. If your name starts with E through J, you use this code here. If your last name starts with K through P, you're going to use this code. And if your name starts with R through V, you're going to use this code. And if your name starts with W through Z, you're going to use this code. All right, then the next set of directions say, once you're in the gizmo, make a copy of the attached Google Doc and complete the Google Doc. I'm going to click on this for a minute so you can see it. So here is the Google Doc, and you'll click the share button up here and you'll share it with me. And then everywhere you see an orange box is where you're going to type. So this is what's going to walk you through the lab and tell you what to do. So this kind of sets you up. So activity A, this is what you want to do. And then, like I said, everywhere you see an orange box is where you should have an answer typed in. Okay, I'm going to go back to the gizmo. So let's go to the gizmo's website. All right, so this is what the website looks like. And you'll join one of my classes, and this is the lab. So the density lab looks like this, and you just click it, and it launches the Gizmo. And then you'll see that you have different objects here. You have a volume, and then you can find density. So what you'll do is you'll use that Google Doc to walk you through the directions. So it says experiment with different objects in the Gizmo. Observe the mass and volume of each object, then drag it into the beaker of liquid to see if it floats or sinks. So if I go here and I pick one of these objects, I'm going to take number 2. I'm going to put it on this scale. So this weighs 11 grams or has a mass of 11 grams. Then if I drop it, I can see that the volume went from 400 to 409. So the volume of this object is 9 milliliters. Then I'm going to put it in here, and it sinks. So that means that it is more dense than the water. I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to try a different object. So this object has a mass of 135 grams, a volume of 7, and it also sinks. So it's more dense than the water. Now I'm going to put this one back. I'm going to try one more. I'm going to take the crown. So the crown has a mass of 1,255 grams, has a volume of 65, and also sinks. Okay, so this is what you're doing. Now, I want to talk about one more thing. If you're having trouble getting logged into Gizmo, so like let's say you go to Gizmo, the website, and you try to log in and you can't, I'm going to log out for a minute. So you're at this page and you're trying to log in. First thing you want to do is you want to type in the class code. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to type in this code. So it's RVCD7B. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste that here. Actually, I'm going to join this one because it has fewer students. So I'm going to copy this code, copy, and paste. So there's the class code. I'm going to hit enroll. Okay. And now you have two choices right here. It says, I already have an Explore Learning account, or I need to create an account. If you know you've used this website before and you have a username and password, click this blue one. If you're like, I might have an account, I don't really know, then click the green one. And then all you have to do is create an account. And then once you've created an account, you hit submit, and then you'll be in my class. Okay, that's it, guys. And remember, if you have any questions at all, come to my office hours and I can help you. So every day, Monday through Friday, 11 to 12. And the link is right here. Bye, guys.